Good evening, everybody, and welcome back inside historic Keyworth Stadium, where tonight a rivalry is renewed as Louisville City FC squares up with DCFC. Alongside my broadcast partner, John Krieger, my name is Neil Rule. Happy to have you wherever you're watching around the world. And John, as we take a look at the Eastern Conference standings, really both sides here tonight in a position they're not quite accustomed to.
You know, DCFC having a little bit of a second season syndrome. They need to find points, they need to find goals, they need to find wins. Louisville City, it says something about how deep they are as a club, that they're having a dry spell, and they're still in fifth. They want to move up the table, get a home playoff game.
Let's take a look at today's Detroit City FC player to watch, brought to you by the Finnish Long Drink, Richard Ballard. John, one of the most accurate passers in all of USL, connecting at 91% clip, something that'll come in very handy here if you're looking to build possession.
He's got to be on his game because City have to control the ball a little bit, and they have to find a way to keep it on the ground and feed their front line.
Lou City on the other side gets a real shot in the arm today as Brian Ownby is back. And look, he'll have to be brought back up to speed, but this is a guy with over 200 career USL matches played. It won't take but a couple seconds to get him going.
Plain and simple, he knows how to win in the division. He knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. That's something Lou City needs.
There is no doubt about that. Goals at a premium when these two sides square up. And when we come back, we'll get you the starting 11s. And of course, we will kick it. Detroit City FC, Louisville City FC. We'll have it for you coming up next.
Let's do it.
Come on, Dad, get me.
Ooh, nice play. All right, you go. There you go.
So cute.
At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Get back to work.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
DTE knows everyone has a preferred setting. Some like it cool, others warmer. Some like things slow, and others like it ASAP. Long, hot soak, or quick rinse. But whether it's a slow simmer or a fast boil, DTE makes sure that safe, reliable, cleaner natural gas is there for you, making every setting the perfect one. DTE.
There's a beer in the D for me and you. From Royal Oak to Jefferson Avenue. Grab a friend and a jersey too and chant. Chant like you give a damn.
Detroit City FC is presented by Ally, the official financial services partner of DCFC. Fago, proud to be the official pop of Detroit City. Mistig 811. Know what's below and visit mistig811.org before any digging project. And Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. Fort Pontchartrain, proud to be the official hotel partner of DCFC. Inside at Keyworth Stadium, let's take a look at Detroit City FC's starting 11, presented by DMC, Detroit's Medical Center, proud to be the official sports care provider of Detroit City FC. And Mr. John Krieger, as we take a look at this, a bit of a shakeup.
You know, there have been a lot of people among DCFC fans that have wanted to see what this type of lineup, this type of formation would bring. Dario Suarez in behind, bit of a pivot. Then Morris up top, able to finish. Could be a potent offensive attack as long as you get them service.
And on the other side for the visitors, Lou City FC, brought to you by Fort Pontchartrain. And look, we talked about Brian Ownby getting back into the starting 11 for Lou City. They've had some injuries, but make no mistake, this is a very experienced spine of the club they have.
Absolutely, all the way back from the back line up through the midfield that is used to controlling possession. And Lancaster and Omby work really well together to play off of each other and give back lines fits.
So we are ready to get underway. So waiting the opening whistle. Two rivals going back at each other here. And the whistle sounds and action kicks off here at Keyworth Stadium. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you. Beautiful night for soccer here at Keyworth. 82 degrees, early opportunity. Suarez sent it out, and that shot rammed off the crossbar. City believes that it found the back of the net. A bolt of lightning by Detroit City FC to start this match.
I'm going to have to see a look at that, Neil, because I tend to say they might have a point. It'll be very interesting to see the replay and where that struck off the bar. No VAR here in USL Championship. No goal line tech either.
Boy, very dangerous for DCFC right out of the gate. Brett Levi's gave one a run and ripped it off the crossbar. We haven't seen a start like this here at Keyworth this season, John.
And you know what? It's a great start for Detroit City FC. Let's take a look at this.
Oh,
No.
It was across the line, it looked like on the replay. Touch up ahead. Levi's has a point. That's a tough break for Detroit City FC. Richard Ballard with the control. But the story remains, John, you have to play through it. There's no other alternative.
Absolutely. Some of the breaks of the game, and frankly,
that shot from Lancaster is blocked.
That's a tough call for both the referee and the referee's assistant to make, because without VAR, you are counting on your assistant to watch the goal line. But a shot like that, where that referee's assistant is also trying to be in place for offsides, really tough to make that call on a shot that fast.
Especially too, John, you look at the angles.
Yeah.
You know, that play happened so fast. Nobody in close to the goal line there. And that's not a decision you want to make unless you know.
Yeah. And what you're taught as a referee is, unless you know it, don't call it.
Beautiful ball up ahead. Steinwasser makes a stop on the other side. Boy, Tellefson, dangerous.
End to end, you know, for two clubs that have struggled to find the back of the net, this is an end-to-end start. Nice ball over the top, had a step. Steinwasser, as always, in good position.
First 5 minutes after you catch your breath, presented by DMC, the Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. DMC proud to be the official healthcare provider for Detroit City FC. Action on both sides here in the 4th minute. Stephen Carroll, the captain, longest tenured captain in Detroit sports, sends it back to Steinwasser. 50-50 ball. Bryant locked up with Oscar Jimenez. Sharpie will give way to Jimenez, who signed with Lou City back in 2017 after a tryout. Now has played over 125 matches for the club. Maxi Rodriguez makes a move towards the outside. Ball played over the line.
You know, this is something, though, that we've seen from Detroit City FC in the early going of the last few matches you and I have done. They can start, they can put pressure on. The key is to keep that pressure up.
Here comes Ben Morris into the 18. His cross chipped up towards the back post. Headed back towards the middle. Loose inside the 18 and cleared away. Bryant will ping it back to Stephen Carroll. John, this is a start nobody expected from these two clubs here tonight.
No, but you know what? It also, if you take a look at the previous meetings between the clubs.
And here comes Morris into the 18. Morris the shot, finds the back of the net. City takes a 1-0 lead. Ben Morris.
Well, Neil, there's no mistaking that one was over the line. And after the start City has had, it's a deserved lead. They've been on the front foot. They've applied pressure. They've withstood the couple of forays that Lou City has had into their attacking third, and they've come back and moved the ball really well for a goal. Morris just beats his man. The keeper comes out. Morris makes him commit and slots it home, and City have a deserved 1-0 lead.
Of course, that Detroit City FC goal is brought to you by Saline Dental. Saline Dental, family and implant dentistry. Ben Morris getting the start up top and pays dividends immediately. Ownby the target, locked up with Michael Bryant. And John, this is as dynamic as we've seen the attack in a long time for Le Rouge.
Well, we said it in the open, there were a lot of people that wanted this type of a formation, see what it could do up top with a central man and one behind. Well, look what it can do with a central man and one behind. You're one ahead after 6.
And really 2, if you get down to it. But justice served as Detroit City FC does take the lead. Maxi Rodriguez looking for Morris again. Morris does well to keep it. Lejeune, he's a threat from distance.
So here's what I like about Morris's early play. He has done what a good striker should do in this system, which is split the center backs and live on their back shoulder. If you get called for offside, so be it. But be there to make the run and beat the trap.
And Matt Lewis will shepherd that one across the line, goes out for a goal kick for Nate Steinwasser. Steinwasser, 73% save percentage, 1.10 goals against, 5 clean sheets, 4th in the USL in saves. And let's take another look at the goal, John, or the goal that wasn't, but was.
And clearly, in fact, a yard over the line. That's an incredibly hard call to make, but one that should be made.
Ballard flicks it ahead.
You know what? You can't even blame that on camera angle. That was over the line.
What'd you see Wesley Sharpie marking Morris that time?
Yep.
A little more attention to detail that time.
So take a look at as you're looking at the overhead shot here. Look at Morris in your screen, sitting there and living between the 2 center backs. That's where he needs to be all match long. And it's on everybody else to get him the ball. Because if he wants, he can distribute out wide or he can take it himself. But the way to force those center backs to play back is to live right there, in between.
And John, the theory you've always talked about all season long, where do your attackers touch the ball? Where's the first touch? Is it closer to midfield? Is it closer to the final third? That often dictates how successful the attack will be.
You know, and I learned that from Trevor James. He talks about the game is played in 3 levels: defense, midfield, attack. If your attack has to come back overlapping multiple of your opponent's levels, you give them the advantage.
They get more defenders.
Winning teams keep the levels separate. And as long as you can have the midfield control midfield and the attackers play forward and be on the receiving end of things, that's when you're on the front foot. Too many times, DCFC has had to come back further.
That ball sent in to the box. Cameron Lancaster had a go at it. Now it comes through to Ownby, who dribbles a shot up ahead. Stephen Carroll able to take care of that one, and now just sends it on its way back up towards midfield. You know Lou City's not done here tonight.
All that did was wake them up.
Right. That shot is blocked off the foot of Del Piccolo. Here comes City on the counter one more time. Morris up. Here's Dario Suarez. Tons of space in the middle. Suarez still on it. Lays it out. Amu Mensah to Maxi.
You know,
ahead.
This spell of possession City just had, Neil, made possible by Maxi Rodriguez. And you're going to want to watch this tonight. If City does things right, too many times when opponents have taken shots and they've been blocked, the midfield will come in and try to play defense and clear it out. Maxi actually saw the shot blocked, trusted somebody else from his back line to get it forward, and started moving it forward.
That ball sent on the box. It's chipped up ahead and over top of the frame. Boy, Cameron Lancaster, dangerous.
He knows how to live on the shoulder of the center back too.
Cameron Lancaster, another one of these veterans for Lou City, was the second signing from Nashville's MLS side. Played in the Tottenham Academy as well, with one match played for the Spurs. And he's on his second stint with Lou City. Couple goals this year for Lancaster. Morris again to Suarez. With Suarez very good in tight spaces. Suarez steps through, tripped up. The official says play on. Bryant let that go, and Ownby lurking, and Nate Steinwasser cleans up the mess.
That was very dangerous. I thought for a moment Bryant was going to step in and play that ball. We've seen him do that a lot.
Lejope will ping that one out to the left side. This 5 minutes presented by University of Michigan Flint, offering a flexible world-class education. Find the right program at umflint.edu. Here's Suarez. Ballard. Bryant overlapping run. Ballard left foot shot blocked by Ownby. Bryant pinching up from his backline spot. Carroll with Lewis. Lewis goes the direct route and goes instead to Oliver Zemla. 41st overall pick by Colorado in the 2023 MLS Super Draft. Tyler Gibson will send it back. Ownby the target with Michael Bryant. He heads it away.
It looks like it's going to be Bryant and Ownby that are going to be the battle here. And that replay past the point where Bryant could have played that ball. He let it run. I think maybe misreading where Steinwasser was in the equation. And Ownby turned on the Jets.
A little bit of space for Lou City to work in now. Tosh slots it ahead. Stephen Carroll will turn it away. Throw for Detroit City. We're into the 15th minute. Neil Rule, John Krieger. If you're just joining us, where you been? Absolute electricity here tonight in Keyworth. Detroit City FC, a very early goal that just crossed the goal line that wasn't. But then Ben Morris, a brilliant individual effort, gave City the lead. That is where we stand. But John, Lou City right now starting to warm their way into this one.
And you know, a change was made on about 10 minutes when their midfield took a step closer to the ball. They'd been kind of laying off the ball a little bit. That gave City a little more freedom of movement. Detroit City a little more freedom of movement. They have pinched up tighter to DCFC's midfield, and that's
a long ball. That was nearly beautiful to Cameron Lancaster. And I'll tell you what, Lou City right now giving Detroit City a bit of their own medicine. What Detroit City has been successful with during the course of the first 10 minutes in this match, Lou City says, okay, we'll try that too.
And here it is. Pick your head up. Had space. DCFC didn't challenge the ball. Right there with his center back. Saw the ball in the air. Lancaster's going to be a thorn. So will Ownby in the side of the back line for Detroit City all night.
Ownby able to win it back. Del Piccolo. That shot curled wide of the bar by Cameron Lancaster. And I'll tell you what, John, Cameron Lancaster's been a problem for Detroit City.
And will continue to be. He has great movement without the ball that sets up very good movement with the ball. And we saw there, that shot didn't bend as much as he wanted, but he was in a position to get the leave by his teammate, and he bent it just outside the post.
Detroit City FC athletic training staff will make their way out to the pitch. Devin Amu-Mensah is down, and it looks like the athletic trainer, Maureen Lilla, calling for a sub perhaps.
Yeah, that's what she's letting Trevor James know. And that is not a good sign for Detroit City FC to have Amu-Mensah unable to continue. He just went down.
So there is some stirring over the Detroit City side. Adrian Billhart beginning to get loose. Lots of players moving around for DCFC. Now Amu-Mensah will begin the slow walk back over to the Detroit City bench. And that certainly is not what you want to see if you're a Detroit City FC fan. Amu-Mensah has been solid as they come.
And he is someone who has had to fight so hard to get back from difficult injuries to finally make a return to the pitch.
This is interesting, John. Looks like Reese Williams is getting loose for Detroit City as Amu-Mensah will come out. There is a look at Trevor James. He's been with Detroit City FC since 2019. More than 30 years of coaching and scouting at the highest levels of soccer. Not just in America, but in the world.
And he's admitted this year's been an interesting one for him. You know, they brought in some new faces in the offseason, tried to mix things up a little bit, and he said there have been moments where he's been happy with their play, but they haven't been able to find goals.
This 5 minutes of the match presented by DTE Energy. No matter where you are in your energy efficiency journey, DTE can help. Learn more at dteenergy.com/save energy. Dario Suarez with it. Michael Bryant jumps up into the play. We haven't seen this a lot from Michael Bryant this year. Ballard, his cross cut out. Corner kick coming up for Detroit City. Brought to you by Misdig 811. Know what's below and visit misdig811.org before any digging project. Now the substitution becomes official as Reese Williams will come into the match. And of course, substitutions brought to you by CVY. CVY, wear it, feel it, play it. CVY, luxury performance wear. Corner service coming up. 20th minute. Corner in, flicked away. Michael Bryant will track it down. Bryant chips it ahead. Reese Williams cross, played away.
That's a heady play by Reese Williams. He wasn't going to be able to attack goal. The defender was too close. Just reset things.
Well, John, look at Michael Bryant down there in the corner taking the throw. He has been real aggressive here tonight.
Well, the wingbacks for City, instead of sitting back and protecting, have been much further forward. And that's how City's played for a lot of its existence. This is kind of getting back to its roots.
Ball was sent towards Matt Lewis. Stephen Carroll deep in the attacking end. Suarez confident with it. Ballard. Boy, there's Lancaster again. Proving to be an issue, and a foul will go against Louisville City.
All right, that last passage of play, that doesn't go in the stat sheet, but that's why those are the unsung hero plays that help your team win games by Ballard. He goes ahead, he loses control of the ball, but doesn't allow the breakaway the other way.
This portion of the match is brought to you by SeatGeek, official ticketing partner, Detroit City FC. SeatGeek is your ticket to great Detroit City FC seats. Jimenez will throw it in. Tosh able to win that ball back through the midfield. Boy, Dario Suarez sticking his nose in there, and this time Suarez hit for the foul. And Dylan Mares down on the turf. You can be the referee. Did get a little grabby with that off arm. Jimenez will ping that one up towards the 18. And Michael Bryant will have to flick that one away. This will be a corner now for Lou City.
Tell you what, Bryant making an early case for man of the match. He has been forward in the attack. He's been back in defense. He's got a tough task tonight marking Lancaster.
Lancaster will make his way over to serve the corner. Ball sent in towards the short corner, and Ballard had to be heads up. Played the role of Steinwasser.
And when it went off his foot, kind of skewed a little bit. I was wondering if it would sneak in at the post.
Corner towards the back corner, and then sent in. And then Dario Suarez takes no chances and nearly hit the press box. Actually did hit the press box, almost sent it right to John Krieger.
I was not ready.
You were not at all.
I was not ready.
We don't get a lot of those up here.
No.
As a matter of fact, it's probably the first one I can imagine that.
You know what? We had one in the amateur days off the foot of Vinny Bell.
Of course.
That got up here. He turned and burned it.
Ballard taken down by Ownby. Richard Ballard. Let's see how truly ready John Krieger was. Oh, we're in the windows right below there. Look at Grabs on the camera, almost had a hand on that one. Got to be stronger with the hands there.
You know what, Grabs, he does a lot of those college football pregame shows. They need to get him involved in the on-field demonstrations. He was ready to make a play.
Then Morris sends it back across. Reese Williams locked in a battle. Joe got a toe on it. Lou City looking to counter. Stephen Carroll says no, at least temporarily. Ball played back up for Manny Perez. A pair of 15s going at each other, and this time the 15 in Rouge wins the battle. as Matt Lewis often does.
Bit of a warning, warning, danger, danger klaxon here for Detroit City FC. The touches have gotten a little looser in the last 5 or 6 minutes, and Lou City looks like they are ready to pounce on that on the counter. Got to tighten those up.
Tellefson sent that one down immediately. Now gets it back. Quick touch, Mares. Some space for Jimenez. Jimenez, a no look. Pass up ahead. Here's Lancaster again. Stop me if you've heard that one before tonight. Lancaster, good back heel to Jimenez. His cross, Steinwasser will scoop it up. Lou City looking to get creative there, John. Nearly pulled it off. Steinwasser lining things up, and fans, you can scan the QR code on your screen right now to subscribe to the official YouTube channel Detroit City FC. Be the first to see player interviews, behind the scenes content, and extended match highlights. And Ben Morris was looking to make another highlight right there. And you could subscribe to the YouTube channel and probably see Ben Morris's goal a little bit later on.
No doubt. And it will be a good looking goal. A worthy opener. That should have been the second, but
Ballard locked up with Ownby. Ballard will get called for the foul. At first look here from this angle, looked like two guys going at it.
I'm going to want to have another look. And thankfully our crew obliges. Here we go. They're both tied up. That's a tough decision.
Looked like it was going both ways for sure. But again, one of those situations, it is 50-50. This portion of the broadcast brought to you by Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers. Your Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers, proud to be the premier sponsor of DCFC.
Now let's take a look here. You got 3 over the ball for Lou City. You have a couple of options here. The wall is small for Detroit City FC. You could either try to bend it toward the near post, catch Steinwasser out, or you put it toward the far post and catch a runner.
Lancaster lining it up. Lancaster strikes and sends it over top of the bar.
He was trying to bend it toward that near post.
Very good pace on that effort from Cameron Lancaster.
We've already seen what he can do. He can make that ball dance.
No question.
We've seen a couple of bench shots by Lancaster. And you really need to watch him and mark him and not allow him those shooting lanes while not allowing him to use you as a screen. And we already know who the danger man is on set pieces.
We mentioned earlier his second stint with Lou City. He played 79 matches for Louisville between 2015 and 2018. You saw earlier too, Ryan Ownby and Richard Ballard kind of exchanging the pleasantries. Ballard played 33 matches for Lou City from 2017 to 2019.
Detroit City has had a couple of players with Lou City experience. Openo last year.
It's a good club to draw from.
Was a Lou City player at one point. Well, you take a look at it, and they're good at developing talent too. You take a look at their availables tonight off the bench. Now, granted, they've got 8 guys or 7 who are out due to injury tonight because Ownby was questionable. But you got 2 or 3 availables that are coming out of their academy.
Right. Play whistle down. And that goes to show you too, John, like Lou City, we talk about the veteran presence and guys with 175, 200 matches of experience. The cavalry's coming as far as the academy for Lou City as well. They're going to be able to replenish some of that within.
There's a reason, and I think some of this might change as we see USL Championship get deeper. But on the front page of their media notes, it lists like a, it's basically a calendar when it comes to playoff appearances and finishing runner-up and conference champions. And for a while there, it was death, taxes, and Lou City
Right.
near the business end of the USL Championship playoffs. And when you're able to do that and set that, kind of like Tampa Bay, when you're able to set that up, you have a very good club structure.
Don't forget, too, Josh Winder was a product for them that transferred to Benfica. One of the largest fees ever in a USL transfer. So that goes to show you the level of player that they've produced time in and time out. Maxi Rodriguez will touch that one back out.
They've also got a great atmosphere. I know you've been down there, see your friend Devin Kerr at the Lynn Family Stadium. It is a good advertisement for the American game. The advertisement, however, trails 1-0 in the 30th minute, and Detroit City will take that.
And John, that's a good segue, because I was going to ask you, we're a half hour in as that ball played up for Ben Morris. Give me the 30,000 foot so far.
Good start by City, good pressure. Last 7 minutes a little bit looser. We see this happen to Detroit City in the middle stretches of halves. Sometimes the touches aren't as tight, the movement isn't as fast. And Lou City has stepped up their game and are pouncing on that. DCFC needs to. This is not a game where you can turtle against this team for 60 minutes. You got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. You don't want to get yourself burned badly, but you still have to be playing with attacking impetus and moving the ball.
Boy, beautiful effort by Ballard to send that to Michael Bryant. Ballard again. Del Piccolo takes him down. And Ballard, I think, may have anticipated that contact was coming. We'll say it like that.
I think that's accurate. And the only person who needed to buy it was Alexis De Silva.
Oh, yeah,
he got clipped a little bit.
He did get clipped a little bit. That left foot did come out. And he did get clipped because he's still down. As we said, just over a half hour into this one, Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you. We're at Keyworth Stadium in Hamtramck, Michigan. Detroit City FC, Louisville City FC. Detroit City trying to climb back in the mix in the Eastern Conference standings. Lou City on the other side, sitting at 5th, but as we've been talking about, that's a disappointment for them. Brett Levi's Lejeune standing over it. Levi's towards the backside. Bryant makes a run, heads it across, cut out by Manny Perez. Ballard sends it across. Stephen Carroll up in that attacking third.
You know, the other part of the 30,000 foot view, I really like the formation for Detroit City. I like the wing backs getting forward. I like seeing Carroll and Bryant making runs, adding dimension. It's a good start. Got to keep it up for 58 minutes plus.
Maxi Rodriguez tries to step up. Joke with it. Suarez. Back to Steinwasser. Long ball up ahead. Coming off the line. Zemla to play it away temporarily. The flag, I believe, is up. Morris came from a spot that didn't look natural. We'll say it like that. And the flag was raised. Quick note, too, about Dario Suarez, John, with what he's been able to do as Bryant plays that one away, at least temporarily. Ombi sends it back. Maxi Rodriguez chips it ahead. But Dario Suarez, as he obliges right now, settles it down. His role has altered a little bit in terms of what he's done in his career. As that cross is sent over, just out of the reach of Ballard. Guy that played 70+ matches at FC Tulsa, had 30+ goals during his time there. Here at Detroit City, the role's been altered to some degree, and he's embraced it, and he's playing well in it.
Absolutely. He's played and done everything Trevor James has asked him to do. He is not going to be the man. He's going to be the man behind the man. but sometimes having the man behind the man is as important. You know, you take a look, let's look at the Premier League. Harry Kane, everybody knows, plays for Tottenham Hotspur, all right? England captain, one of the best players in the world. Kane's best seasons were when he could play off of Son Heung-min, all right? Dario Suarez is Sonny to the other forward attackers for Detroit City. He's not going to be the man, but he's going to drive the ship.
Levi's quick touch. Ballard. Lejeune lets it rip.
We haven't seen
a rocket towards the top right corner.
We have not seen a Jope rip from distance in a while.
And folks, let's get you, as we take another look at that effort from Lejeune, let's get you our Fago trivia question. These two teams have had quite the rivalry over the years. Which Le Rouge player got a red card in the first ever meeting between Detroit City FC and Lou City FC back in 2016? Tweet your answers at Detroit City FC for your opportunity to win a Kroger gift card. Good for Fago products.
That is one of the few trivia questions we've had that predates me. I came in and joined you later that year. I don't know the answer to that question.
We'll get you the answer, John, in the second half, okay? Make sure you sit tight.
I'm not going anywhere.
This portion of the match brought to you by Strategic Staffing Solutions. People-powered, customer-centered, community champions. 37th minute we go. Back and forth we go. Dylan Mares. Ownby. Lejope comes up to challenge. Ownby so strong. Keeps it easily.
Look for Lancaster on the leave.
Lancaster cuts across. Michael Bryan in some tight quarters had it, lost it, and took Ownby down. And Ownby will win a dangerous free kick for Lou City.
And this will be Lancaster over this ball. It's a prime position for him because it will allow him to bend the ball.
Let's see it again.
Yeah, you got a little too cute there. Just hoof it out of there.
And I know that Tosh and Maris are in the neighborhood, but I'm going to go out on a limb here.
They're window dressing.
And say Cameron Lancaster's going to give this one a go. And that's the eyes he's looking right now up towards the frame.
Far top corner.
Here we go. Lancaster rips it, and Steinwasser makes the grab.
He tried to go far top corner, just didn't get all of it. And that's an easier catch for Steinwasser.
Cameron Lancaster's one of those players, John, when you watch a USL match that he's playing in, and he's got a free kick from a spot, you stop what you're doing and you pay attention because you want to see.
He is worth the price of admission on set pieces. And frankly, on the way he gives center backs fits. There are a lot of City faithful who would hope that he would not give center backs too many fits for the next 52 minutes.
And Ownby gets another whistle. Gibson wants to restart it quickly. Instead, Jimenez will drive it towards the corner. Boy, beautiful connection out on that far wing. Ownby goes down inside the 18, doesn't get this call. Now that ball feathered back through and redirected by Del Piccolo. It goes just wide of the post.
Lou City buzzing right now. Plain and simple, they're buzzing all the way around. DCFC need to have some more sustained possession. Need to control the ball a little bit. And this has been the MO for Detroit City this year. Start fast, start strong, fade as the half goes on. Got to keep your foot on the accelerator.
Suarez called for that whistle. Detroit City FC been hit with a lot of whistles here over the course of the last 5 minutes.
evening up a little bit. The foul's 6-5 at the moment. And Detroit City has actually had the extra free kick.
Back heel dropped off. Lejope will track it down. Plays it back to Steinwasser. Nicely done by Levi's. Levi's been pretty good as well. And here comes City. Ballard calling for it in space. Ball goes to Ballard. Beautifully controlled. Maxi Rodriguez towards the back post. Nobody on the other side for City.
You know, I see what Maxi was trying to do there, and I think that was a little bit of frustration. There were a couple of open options to distribute that ball, but Maxi trusts himself, and he's going to have a go.
We have another player down for DCFC.
So you take a look here. Maxi's got the ball, but he's well marked. Turns back. And just has a go without really getting into the shot.
This 5 minutes of the match presented by Ally. Ally, proud to be the official financial services partner of DCFC. Learn more at ally.com.
And these are 5, I think, of the key minutes of this match.
I would agree with you, John. And what you were talking about earlier about the run of play for Detroit City, tonight I believe that to be a half-truth in that, yes, you are correct as far as the flow has gone, but City's built a little differently here tonight in terms of what they're doing, how aggressive they are with the attack.
You're absolutely right. They need to keep doing that. That's the important thing. We know what they can do. They did it for the first 24 minutes. But then what ends up happening is Lou City adjusted to Morris being in space, adjusted to Suarez being in space. They close down those lanes. When that happens, you got to find something else. The first 24 minutes, plain and simple, I think are the best I've seen Detroit City look here at home this season. Without question. Can't lose that. Have to continually adjust.
Danny Cruz, the head coach for Louisville City, was named the head coach back on October 11th of 2021. Was an assistant coach for the Real Monarchs. As a player, played college soccer at UNLV, played over 150 matches in MLS, including the 2011 MLS Cup. He's got it humming there, no doubt about it. John, I'll say this too, like the soccer geek in me, that's why I love a Detroit City, Lou City matchup, because you got two of the better chess players in all of USL going back and forth. And you've talked about it too, the counter moves that Danny Cruz has made. Trevor changed up the style a little bit. Danny Cruz took a minute to absorb it, made his move, and you'll see that go back and forth all night.
And the two men have immense respect for each other as well. We were talking to Trevor James in a conference call this week, and he was very complimentary of what Danny Cruz does. Knew he was going to have a battle on his hands. You know, you take a look at the all-time series between these two teams, and it looks lopsided. 5-0. Lou City has won every meeting. But the other part of every meeting is that every meeting's been close. You know, if it wasn't for a Stephen Carroll injury at Lynn Family Stadium in one of the recent meetings, City might come out with that one. Last year, it was 0-0 until a late penalty.
That ball taken away by Detroit City. Boy, there's Levi's again. And Morris couldn't make his way through.
Okay, I like this from Detroit City. The touches have gotten a little tighter. They're starting to match the physicality of Lou City, going up for those 50-50 balls. Onby got a couple of easy ones early. Lancaster got a couple of easy ones early. Detroit City FC doesn't always win the size battle, but they're up there on the grit battle. Starting to win some of those physical challenges. Now it's about making sure you get to the locker room with a lead. My guess is we'll have about 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage time. with the injuries and the goal.
Don't forget, Detroit City FC has already used one of their sub windows as well when Amu Mensah had to come out. As we make our way towards stoppage time here at Keyworth, Nate Steinwasser will line things up. Steinwasser puts the boot to it. Stoppage time brought to you by Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. There will be 4 minutes of stoppage time.
You know what? I give Alexis De Silva credit, because there are a lot of referees that in the first half would not be true to the stoppage time. You give it 1, 2, maybe 3. The fact that he held it up and we're in 4 minutes of stoppage time in the first half, he's being true to the game. That's good refereeing.
Referee crew here today, as you said, the head official Alexis Da Silva, the assistant referees Mike Nickerson and Matthew Seam, and the fourth official Jacob Little as well. Suarez pops that one up. Morris gave chase. Levi's to Jope. Jope lost it.
Nice recovery there, though. That's a key play. You lose it, fine, you made the mistake. What do you do after that? Didn't allow Lou City to get forward.
Jimenez find Ownby and get it back. About a minute and a half into stoppage time. Mares will play it back.
Detroit City very compact right now, 2 lines of 4, bringing Suarez back even.
And Dylan Mares, that's another guy over 200 career USL Championship matches. In space, Del Piccolo had it, lays it off, Ownby. Ownby's cross. Played away by Matt Lewis, but this will be a corner for Lou City.
And you know what? Ownby was never going to shoot. He had his head up, and creeping through the middle toward the penalty spot was Lancaster. That was always going to be a pass, and that's a heck of a cutout. The leave out wide for Ownby. He was never looking at going on goal. 2 runners in behind. Nice stop there by Levi's.
Mares makes his way over for the corner. Right in front of the halftime whistle. Nate Steinwasser the punch. Lancaster tries to settle it down, and it's cleared out. I believe Lou City was looking for a handball.
I think they were saying it went over the
line.
The line.
Michael Bryant unable to control it. Lou City takes advantage. Jimenez drives it towards the back post. Nobody home on the other side for Lou City. And John, you talked about it before. Lou City was buzzing earlier. They're really buzzing now.
They are, you know what? But to City's credit, Detroit City, they're fighting it off. You just got to make sure that you keep your shape and you don't overcommit and allow open opportunities. Nice move by Nate Steinwasser. Then take a little extra time.
Boy, Ownby real aggressive against Michael Bryant. Bryant mixed up with Ownby again.
And we're going to have our first booking of the night.
Boy, and Ownby has some blood coming from the side of his eye. And Michael Bryant just turns his back and walks away. John, I was told soccer's not a contact sport. Look at Brian Ownby right now. Tell me that again.
I don't know who told you that, but that's a lie. Let's have a look. Ball in the air. I don't know if he picked up the blood from the contact up top or by landing on the turf and opening something up.
And Ownby right now pleading his case to Jacob Little.
He wants a red, but that's not a red card offense. There's no malice in that.
now Del Piccolo will come over and plead his case. Michael Bryan in the books with the yellow.
And that's key because
the
that's
athletic training staff right now playing the role of corner man, trying to get the blood to stop from Ombi's face.
Everybody needs a good cut, man.
And Lou City's got a good one because Ombi's coming right back out there.
All of a sudden you'll hear a knock. Yeah. Seconds out.
Yep. Jimenez will drive it right back in the box, and Steinwasser makes the grab. We're in the dying moments of stoppage time.
That yellow card, though, going to be key in the second half because it takes away the ability to be too aggressive in a challenge.
Steinwasser pings that one up ahead. Joe, the touch. We got a couple extra moments, and there is the halftime whistle. 45 plus down. Detroit City FC with a 1-0 lead here at Keyworth. And this will bring us to halftime, and halftime presented by Stroh's, because Stroh's has spoken here. Guys, I'm telling you, don't go anywhere. This second half, it's going to be on.
Second half's going to be great. Lou City right in this match. Detroit City's played one of their best halves of football of the season. They need the points very badly. Got to keep it up after halftime.
We will catch our breath, come back, get you the second half of play. 1-0 Detroit City FC with the lead. We'll be back with more USL Championship soccer.
There's a beer in the D for me and you. From Royal Oak to Jefferson Avenue. Grab a friend and a jersey too and chant. Chant like you give a damn.
I'll sing for you, city. Drink some Stroh's, alright. It's gonna be a party in Detroit. No one's sleeping tonight.
Now we're talking Detroit, and Stroh's is spoken here.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
So you should see the report in your inboxes in just 1 second.
This is what should have happened. At least 3 days before starting his project, Bob should have called 811 or went to missdig811.org to have his local utility providers locate and mark the location of buried lines in his yard. Dig safely.
Okay, so you should see your report in your inboxes now.
Call Miss Dig 811.
Chevy Silverado has what it takes to do it all. With a TurboMax engine and a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Any truck can help you make a living. This one helps you build a life. Chevy Silverado.
Or GM employees with a current eligible lease can get this Silverado for $299 a month. Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Detroit City FC with the lead over Lou City FC here at halftime. And halftime presented by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. Let's check out tonight's newest edition of City Stories presented by Ally. Let's take a look at Detroit City FC's first ever Black Arrow Award winner on the women's side, the legend, Sid Bloomquist.
Now it's Bloomquist. Bloomquist will test her luck, and a bending ball in!
It's super cool to play for a club like Detroit City, just what they've done in terms of resources and the fan support. It's a real community feel around here, so it's great to get on the pitch and have thousands of fans just cheering you on and singing the whole time. So I started out in 2020. I knew of the club through social media. When I saw that they announced a women's team, reached out to the club, and the rest is history. COVID was a bit special with only a short series, but I really wanted to get the full Detroit City experience, and so far I have. The fans haven't let me down. When I graduated, I had gone to a pro combine in Florida and California and got linked up with an agent there, and then I started sending emails out on my own and trying to see what interest I could get, and fortunately I did. Started out in Czech Republic and then ended up in Sweden and bounced my way to Finland, and then I went over to Sporting Club de Portugal. The experience of playing European football, it's a different style than the American way, and I wanted to take my game to the next level and add different aspects of my game that I wouldn't normally learn in the US. Growing up, honestly, I did have the dream of playing professionally, but I didn't know how I was gonna go about it, and I really didn't think much about European opportunities. I was thinking more of just in the US. It wasn't until I graduated college that I was starting to see more players go over to Europe and start careers there. That dream came later in life. I wouldn't say I feel a weight on my shoulders, but I want to give back to the game in the ways that I can, whether that's through my play or just helping players try and reach the next level, whether it's high school, college, or the pro game, just kind of sharing that knowledge.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer. Bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Do it.
Come on, Dad, get me.
Ooh, nice play. All right, go. There we go.
So cute. At Ally, we're helping millions save more for the things that matter most to them. Whatever you're saving for, we're all better off with an Ally.
Get back to work.
Welcome back to halftime here at Keyworth. Halftime presented by Stroh's, because Stroh's is spoken here. Neil Rule, John Krieger back with you. 1-0. Detroit City FC has the lead. And let's take a look at what's popping around USL Championship. Get you caught up with the USL news and notes. And John, this Pittsburgh Riverhound side, we got to talk about them for a second. We just got a good look at them. They may never lose again.
You know what? And you saw them on Saturday night. And what you saw was a clinical performance. There were very few moments on Saturday where DCFC looked like they were able to run at that speed. and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for the rest of the year and deep into the playoffs.
They're like a checker player that never moves their back row. It's very, very frustrating for everybody else. Eastern Conference standings. There you see Detroit City FC in that number 10 spot. And John, 3 points here tonight. Yes, it's 3 points in the table, but it's a lot more than just 3 points here on the line.
Put you right back in the mix. The thing I like about these Eastern Conference standings, look at that. 4, 5, 6, 7 really bunched together, and then the teams fighting for the playoff spots really bunched together. It makes for a fun end of the season.
Yeah. How's this going to play out? Well, let's take a look at the USL Championship schedule and everything that is going on this weekend. We'll be back in action here at Keyworth Monterey Bay coming into town as the season rolls on.
Got to try to get 3 points there as well. I know it's been a gauntlet, but you got to figure out a way to put more points on the board.
Only the strong will survive in the second half. Let's see who that will be. 1-0, Detroit City FC with the lead. We'll be back with more.
Brilliant Detroit's mission is to help create kid success neighborhoods where all the kids and the families have what they need to be healthy, getting education and family support. We do that by getting houses in the middle of the neighborhood that we repurpose to really serve as a central hub. We are currently nestled in neighborhoods in Detroit. We are represented in every district, and our goal is to have 24 in the next 4 years.
Literacy is a gateway from poverty, and we want our children to be well-versed as well as well-prepared.
We want to make sure that kids are ready for kindergarten and they're reading at grade level by 3rd grade. The statistics are clear, right? You're learning to read up to 3rd grade, you're reading to learn after that. If you do not know how to read or read well, you're going to be behind.
All this stuff has really just been great for a dad to be able to go to a program, get this help academically.
So when we go home, we won't have to feel ashamed that we can't help our kids with a homework package, because at the same time, as they're growing, we're growing too.
And what we really want to do is accomplish what I would call population level growth. So grow enough where we can fundamentally change the statistics.
I am American Home Fitness.
I'm American Home Fitness.
I am American Home Fitness. We are American Home Fitness.
Come to any American Home Fitness location for the hottest deals on the latest fitness equipment and accessories. American Home Fitness, Michigan's home for fitness and the official fitness equipment provider of the Detroit City Football Club.
Welcome back inside Keyworth Stadium. 1-0, Detroit City FC with the lead. Let's take a look at the first half highlights brought to you by Syntron. And John, people weren't even in their seats yet before we had pure electricity ripping through Keyworth.
We said that City needed to start fast. How about the first minute when City, excellent movement, they get it into a shooting area and they score the opening goal off the bottom of the crossbar, except that nobody called it. And so we played on, and the ball that was clearly over the line wasn't a goal. However, City did what you need to do, and that is they played through it. They didn't get downtrodden by the fact that they were denied a goal. Now, Lou City got right on it, came back the other way in the 3rd minute, and Nate Steinwasser there to make a save, showing you some of the attacking impetus we would see from Lou City in the first half. And then in the 5th minute, here is City not letting that first decision bother them. Ben Morris, living on a center back's shoulder, gets the ball, beats his man, and places it well at the far post. City scored the game's only goal. But then in the 38th minute, here's Mr. Lancaster, who at times has the ball on a string. He wanted to go far top corner, got under it a little bit, read well by Steinwasser, and he makes the save. First half stats, pretty even, and that is brought to you by Syntron, of course. The Syntron first half stats, pretty even between these two teams. Take a look at the fouls as well, 6 aside. The shots decidedly in favor of Lou City, but the shots on target just 2-1, and the possession about even. Those are stats that tell the story of the fair first half we had.
No question about it. Detroit City FC, through about the first 25 minutes, had that possession number flipped. They had it for a good 53% of the time. But Lou City, as you pointed out many times during the later stages of that first half, John, continued to tilt the pitch, continued to grind, and took some form of control. Coming down the stretch of that first half, they were probably the better side. Maybe not quite good enough to get that equalizing goal, but they have City's attention right now.
But the better part of it for Detroit City, in the last 5 minutes of the half, City got back together and really got things back on equal footing. They need another fast start. If they can get a second here early in the second half, this thing gets really interesting.
So we are ready to roll for the second half of play. Lou City will have the possession. Neil Rule, John Krieger here with you. 80 degrees at Keyworth, a beautiful evening for USL Championship soccer. Stephen Carroll will head that one out. First 5 minutes of the second half presented by American Home Fitness. Train like a champion with equipment from American Home Fitness. No halftime subs that we were made aware of. Whistle comes. Lou City FC have a quick restart. Oliver Zemla, the keeper for Lou City, gets involved in the play. He has a minuscule 0.67 goals against average, 76% save percentage, and 9 clean sheets in 15 matches played. As I like to say, John, he's a lot like a hotel room at 1 p.m. There's a lot of clean sheets on the beds.
The even better part of it is much like Nate Steinwasser here in Detroit, he has a really good relationship with that back line. They put him in better situations.
Dario Suarez has Reese Williams up with him. Ben Morris in the mix, Ballard up as well. Reese Williams forced back towards the corner.
Interesting here from City, Neil. 3 across
Williams
the top.
makes a move. And the foul is called right outside the box. So Detroit City FC will have a dangerous opportunity just a couple of minutes out of the locker room.
Everybody coming forward. Stephen Carroll coming up as well. Take a look at the call. Good ball control. Yep, he's grabs.
Brett Levi's, the former Vancouver Whitecap performer out of MLS. Dario Suarez, former Cuban national team player in the Gold Cup, will line up over things. A heck of an angle. Suarez runs up, rips it towards the back post, and it's headed away. Ballard gives it a go and sends it high and wide.
People in the Schrodex food truck back there ducking for cover.
Heads up.
Got to be wary in the food area, food court here at Keyworth. Food truck paradise back there.
No, it is. Perez making a move up the right side. Ball goes towards him. Instead, it finds Levi's. A good job by Maris to win the throw. Reese Williams steps up. Suarez almost took it away. Perez again. Maris. Maxi Rodriguez comes out to challenge. Maris. Tellefson. Played away nicely. Levi's did the job.
Smart by 2 defenders for City. Levi's to cut it out and then send it out of play and reset.
Maxi Rodriguez gives it to Tosh. Good build up, Del Piccolo. Right side, he can cross it if he wants. He does. Back post, headed away, Michael Bryant. Right to Dario Suarez. Suarez taken down from behind by Jimenez.
Great close body control by Dario before the foul. Watch Dario take the ball here And this comes in after that. But the ball's in the air. He controls it off the chest, put it right down on his boot, and then put his body in a position where the only thing that's going to happen there is a foul. Heads up play by a veteran.
Into the 50th minute, Stephen Carroll pings one to the corner. 50-50 ball will go over the line. This throw is tucked in the corner. Suarez attempting to make life difficult. Flicked up ahead, and now we'll go right to Stephen Carroll, and Carroll gave it away, and this is dangerous. Omby is making a run. Levi's tracking back. Can Carroll close the gap? He does. Omby, Mares, Tellefson gave it away to Rodriguez.
Tellefson's going to see that one in his nightmares. Overstepped it.
Near disaster for Detroit City, and Stephen Carroll upset the timing of the play by getting back.
He did, and Tellefson thought he was going to backheel to a trailer. Just kind of came over top the ball. He would have been better served there, Neil, to just control it, stand it up, try to reset.
Foul goes against Lou City. Tellefson, the native of Denmark, spent the last 3 seasons in the Danish Super League. Played all the way up the Denmark youth national team levels from U16 to U21. Omby will pop that one back. Omby with United States U20 national team experience too. Played at the FIFA U20 World Cup, scored a goal against Cameroon. Carroll. Reese Williams sent it up ahead, and Morris nearly came back with that one, and now Morris will cause some pressure, and Suarez almost got in front of that one. And now back the other side we go.
I like the fact that City's forward players are on the front foot.
Tellefson will send it across, and Stephen Carroll closes the door.
We're going to have an end-to-end second half, Neil.
It's a track meet. Perez towards the back post. Nobody on the other side, except for Michael Bryant. I'm here for it, John. Let's go.
You know, we have not had an end-to-end exciting match like this pretty much all year here at Keyworth. I am here for it. There's been
both these teams in a meat grinder as far as the schedule goes right now, but you know what? None of that matters right now. You deal with that tomorrow.
For the next 38 minutes, it's going to be punch, counter punch.
Yes, it is.
I'm talking the old school heavyweight fights. No caginess, just punching.
Jimenez sends it in, redirected, and we are level at 1. A clinical touch by Del Piccolo. And Lou City levels the match.
With so much of the focus placed on Ownby and Lancaster, don't forget about this man. That's a beautiful ball in. No, they've waved it off, Neil.
Oh, and Del Piccolo can't believe it.
I don't know why they're waving it off, but Detroit City fans will take it.
That man will not take it. Danny Cruz. Was there a flag up?
I did not see a flag.
So the flag was up, as a matter of fact.
Let's take a look.
Ownby got ahead, it looked like.
Yes, he did. And that's a good decision by the assistant referee. I didn't see the flag right away.
It's tucked all the way in that corner. That's just kind of out of our line of sight. But that looked to be the right call.
We'll have to take
Detroit
another look
City
at
FC catches a break.
because that was a beautiful finish by Del Piccolo to redirect. Another flag up.
Tellefson this time mistimed the run, I believe.
So let's have a look again. This from a different look.
You see Ownby right there. And from the first replay we saw, Ownby was the furthest one forward, so he had to be the one that was offside.
Well, good decision by the assistant referee to be on the spot there.
Joe threads it ahead to Suarez. Reese Williams. Levi's, who's been very good here tonight.
You know, everybody makes and rightfully so, has made a big deal about Dario Suarez coming to Detroit City FC in that trade. Levi's has been a pretty nice addition too.
So I believe the ruling was the fact that the ball went off of Ownby in an offside position. Let's see, does it catch his jersey? It did.
It looked like it changed direction, yes.
So there's the answer to the question.
That's a good heads up decision by the officials.
Good catch by the production crew as well. In the meantime, here comes a mistake 8-1-1 corner for Detroit City sent in. Michael Bryant was right there for it. That corner kick brought to you by Mistake 811. Know what's below and visit mistake811.org before any digging project. Stephen Carroll up ahead of the pack. John, we are going end to end here tonight.
This is a lot of fun. These two teams just going at each other. Two forward lines capable of doing something with the ball. The back lines with some great defensive cutouts. Kept their shape both really well. It's just a great advertisement for the game.
Maris will pop that one up. Lay Joe goes to Ballard. Joe touches it back, looking for Maxi Rodriguez. Ballard in the mix. Ownby tracks back. Maris looking to turn and go. Can Ballard get there? He can't. Maxi Rodriguez got back. Ownby down again and gets the whistle. There you see the feet getting tangled up.
You know, it's another interesting element, Neil. In the second half, both keepers have kind of morphed into a sweeper keeper kind of role. Watch how far forward each of them come as soon as the ball crosses halfway.
Gibson finds Perez and gets it back. 58th minute. Tosh sends it to the corner. This is dangerous, and that shot ripped high and wide by Dylan Mares.
Nobody's afraid to have a shot right now. That's Lou City's 10th. Of the match.
Dylan Mares, 10 goals for El Paso last year. 51 career goals coming into this year.
So take a look here with the free kick for Lou City. Watch how far forward Zemla is coming. He is in that sweeper keeper role. There's no sitting back.
Reese Williams takes it away and now gets it back from Suarez. Reese Williams turns on the Jets. Williams in. The cross redirected into the back of the net. It's 2-0 City. Reese Williams made a play and Detroit City pads the lead.
He gets a little help, but that play was made by turning on the afterburners and creating the dangerous situation. It was a tough shooting angle. He put it on frame. And it all started from a great play at midfield to get possession. Let's take a look. Here's the pickpocket at midfield. Williams waiting, the 1-2, plays it down the line, and his defender turns the wrong way. He uses the opportunity to turn on the Jets, and the defender's trying to come back and make up for his mistake, and he becomes the redirector that puts it into the net.
DCFC second goal brought to you by Saline Dental. Saline Dental, family and implant dentistry.
You know, in the first half, Neil, remember we were talking about when Lejo gave away that ball and then he responded and nothing happened for Lou City about in the 42nd minute. That's an example. That goal is an example of the other side of that coin. You lose the ball, you turn your back on a 1-2, you allow the man running with the ball that you're supposed to be marking to run in space, and you're trying to make up for your mistake, and you make your body a target that ends up redirecting the ball into the net. The mistake wasn't redirecting the ball. It was turning your back and allowing Williams to turn on the Jets.
That ball's across the line, and now the benches will begin to stir. Lou City right away, Danny Cruz.
3 subs coming in their first sub window. Powell's looks like he's coming in.
That ball will go out for a goal kick.
Elijah Winder looks like he's coming in.
And Niall McCabe for Lou City. So less than 30 minutes to play. Lou City FC. A hill has become a mountain now.
So now the question becomes, who gets man of the match honors? Is it Reese Williams or is it Ben Morris? Williams has had so many good runs tonight. He for me is an early go-ahead in that. "28 minutes plus stoppage." And here are the subs happening, coming out. Tyler Gibson coming out.
Boy, Del Piccolo came out of the match, and he's hot right now.
Well, you like that spirit in a player, especially when he thought he had an equalizing goal that got waved off.
Lejo unable to come down with it. Mares will send it back. Oscar Jimenez out wide. Tosh pings it along the surface. Perez 1v1 against Reese Williams. His cross cut away. Boy, Levi's took that one off the knee.
Neil, 4 have moved into the attack for Lou City right now. They are really trying to push forward.
And Danny Cruz wasted 0 time.
No,
zero time.
That second goal went in. Here we go.
Yep. So this will be dangerous setup now for Lou City. Tellefson came out of the match as well. The restart, McCabe sends it towards the back post over top of everyone.
That got fizzed in there.
And now let's get you Our Fago trivia question answer. Which LaRouche player got a red card in the first ever meeting between Detroit City FC and Lou City FC back in 2016? Billy Stevens. Stevens was sent off immediately following a penalty save by Nate Steinwasser back in the day, who was making his debut in extra time. LaRouche would eventually fall in penalties to Lou City.
That's a heck of a punt by Steinwasser.
Throw in for City. Dario Suarez in some space. Ballard, his cross, headed away. Joe. Levi's will send it back to Stephen Carroll. Carroll pings it towards the corner. Just a little too much mustard on the hot dog as Maxi Rodriguez couldn't quite get to it. This 5 minutes of the match presented by Bob Fair. Oscar Jimenez with the touch. Another throw coming for Detroit City. Michael Bryant wanted a different ball. We've said this a lot, John, and it's gone both ways. It's gone against Detroit City sometimes this year. That's the chair you earn in the game.
Yep, and Detroit City FC right now, what I like from them is that they aren't sitting back. That is frankly how you close out a game like this.
Levi's continues the run. Levi's the cross. Suarez lets it go through on the dummy.
That is a great dummy by Suarez.
I think he surprised everybody,
including the guy that the dummy was headed for.
Right. Suarez again. His touch is blocked. Powell's with it for the first time. Native of the Netherlands, and the touch didn't last long. Levi's taken down from behind, and Powell's will be called for that one.
That's really smart by Levi's. Just kind of held up there a little bit, put his body in a position to draw the foul. The contact came, he got the free kick. And that allows Detroit City to run some time while keeping control of things and keeping the ball in midfield and in the attacking third.
Reese Williams receives it nicely.
You know, and credit has to go to Trevor James for the switch in formation.
Suarez, nifty back heel. Here comes Reese Williams again. Crosses back towards the back post. Ballard makes a run. Ballard chips it, looking for Suarez. Stepping through Rodriguez.
This is the
right post.
This is the Detroit City FC team we knew was inside that locker room. Wow. And the crowd appreciating the work.
'69th minute, Tosh will ping it up towards the left side, Ownby. And Matt Lewis will clear it away.
So the credit for this starts with Trevor James.
Powell's makes a turn.
Oh, what a cutout.
Stephen Carroll anticipated the pass attempt. Looking for Morris. This is onside, but just a little too strong. Boy, Ben Morris has changed the entire dynamic of the attack for Detroit City FC tonight alone.
This is his best match in City colors. And the shape, the change in formation, the change in personnel, getting the wingbacks forward. This has been clinical.
Will take it. There's four making a move for City. Suarez on the left side. Maxi Rodriguez back to Ballard. To Suarez off the post. Morris over top of the bar. And Detroit City FC buzzing right now.
Neil, I said Detroit City needed to keep their foot on the accelerator. I didn't know they were going to have that accelerator on the floor. They're testing 0 to 60 numbers in about 2.5 seconds. This is fun.
Boy, what a touch by Ballard over to Dario Suarez.
You know what? Unselfish.
Gets tangled up with Steinwasser. Steinwasser gathers himself. Martin Powell's still down on the turf. And now Nate Steinwasser has gone down as well.
And now Alexis De Silva's got to go over and get involved.
The ball went across the line.
The intensity in here has just ratcheted up about 40%.
This 5 minutes presented by Salim Dental, the official dentist of Detroit City Football Club. Let's see the collision.
Oof. Nate took the worst of that.
There's another angle.
See if there's a foul there. No, that's just two players
people
going for a ball.
after the ball. Yeah.
Oof. And the thumbs up. Looks like he's going to be able to continue. A lot of City faithful breathing a sigh of relief to see the training staff give the thumbs up.
There is Martin Powell. He's 6'7". It's Nate Steinwasser. Another typical Nate Steinwasser night. And John, after City came out buzzing, he was tested early.
In the 3rd minute, he made a great save after City was denied that goal. A ball over the top. Nate had to be on the spot. He got down to make the play.
Steinwasser did the job early on. That was a play that could have swung the momentum in this match.
And that is our save of the match presented by Ally.
To this point. And you hope that holds as the save of the match.
I wouldn't mind 1 or 2 better ones. Keep the clean sheet intact.
On Youth Day, in front of all the Detroit City FC youth players scattered about the stadium here at Keyworth. Ownby taken down from behind. He gets the whistle.
Ball didn't stop moving. Has to stop moving on a free kick.
And there it is, a quick restart. And there's Maris making a turn. Makes his way towards the 18, peels back. Ownby calling for it. Instead, it's a switch to Perez. Perez goes to Tosh. Tosh across. Michael Bryant's there. And it's played away by Richard Ballard. Ballard's been strong here tonight, too. The man of the match people have a chore in front of them here tonight.
Yes, they do. About 4 or 5 good candidates.
I'm glad that's above my pay grade. I'm not, you can't trust me to make that decision.
We just get to tell you about it.
Yep.
You know, and I've been struggling to kind of sum up the emotion that I feel in the building right now. There is a little bit of relief and a lot more joy that they've come out tonight and are playing this way, the way the fans love them to play. And you can hear it in the Northern Guard. You can hear it in the fans.
And there will be a booking against Lou City. That was behind the play. Oscar Jimenez will go in the books. Brett Levi's made his way over towards the City bench to get a little hydration. And here's the mix-up. Ballard Yellow looked to be a little strong on that play, in my opinion. But the City fans will take it.
15 minutes plus stoppage to go. And the course of action is very simple. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop this.
Thank you, Coach John Krieger.
If only because, Neil, frankly, if you let Lou City get back in control and on the front foot, then you got to play a defense versus attack drill. Right now, Lou City is still on the back foot.
Levi's heads that one up. That throw will go to Lou City. Zemla rolls it out. Ownby.
It's been really interesting.
John, I'll say this real quickly too about Ownby. To use your line, his touches have been much closer to the midfield line here in this second half than they were in the first half.
He's had to come back and help. He's not a player who's designed to come back and help. He wants to be on the end of things. You know, it's been really interesting to watch City's back line. Yes, they're a back four, but really they've been a back three, because one of the two wing backs is always making a run.
Suarez lets it go. And Zemla made the grab. Dario Suarez made something out of absolutely nothing.
And that's what Dario Suarez does. There is nobody who's afraid to have a lash right now. City supporters will remember this match, if they can hold on here, as probably one of the more fun matches in the history of this stadium. End to end. That's a foul.
Stephen Carroll taken down by Powells. How about the effort by Dario Suarez?
On a volley, on a half volley.
And just missed his mark. He was looking for that upper right 90.
He wanted to go top corner, and it would have been unsavable.
That would have been a worldly, man.
And his second in as many home games. Scores from halfway last time.
Suarez again. Back heel to Morris. Morris, the cross, Maxi, and the shot is blocked. Dario Suarez is in his bag right now.
That man is putting on a clinic. In the dictionary, next to the definition of silky smooth, is a picture of this.
John, he's out there fooling right now. Like,
yeah. He is the cat, and Lou City is a purple and white mouse.
Another missed dig corner for Detroit City FC. There's a missdig811.org before any digging project. Ballard corner, driven in and headed away. Levi's has it in space. He'll send it back in one more time. Calls! And the header sent over top. And John, here in the second half, Detroit City FC has been the one buzzing.
From about 55 minutes on. Everything you could ask of them and more on the front foot. Wingbacks making runs, quality passes. And if he gets that, if he gets his head on top of that, it's 3-0.
Space towards the top of the D. Maxi Rodriguez tracks back and takes it away and gets called for the foul. Now this will be a dangerous setup for Lou City, as Niall McCabe went down and Maxi will receive a yellow card. And John, you don't like to see this. Cameron Lancaster with all the angles available to him right now.
And with about 16 minutes left in this match. One goal makes things really interesting. Great look at it by our camera crew.
Another substitution coming up for Lou City in a couple of minutes. Ray Serrano is going to come in, as will Amadou Dia. But before that, Niall McCabe, Cameron Lancaster in some prime real estate. Free kicks, a lot like Instagram. It's all about the angles. Lancaster lets it go right into the box.
And somebody took one for the team. Reese Williams took one for the team.
Reese Williams took one for the team to the 9th power.
This hurts. Ooh.
And now the Detroit City FC athletic training staff will tend to Reese Williams. Ombi will come out of the match.
And how about Reese Williams coming in for the injured Devin Amumensa and absolutely bossing parts of this match.
And this portion of the match presented by Fort Pontchartrain Hotel in downtown Detroit, part of the Wyndham Hotel family. One more look at it. And our friends at the Garrett J. Verber Company have made a generous donation to the Detroit City FC Youth Program and are matching all donations up to $50,000. Take that phone out right now, scan the QR code on the screen, and you can support youth soccer in the city of Detroit. It's organic and it's a community effort. And due to our friends at the Garrett J. Verber Company, you can have your donation match up to $50,000. Reese Williams back up.
Here's another vindication for Trevor James. He had said all year that he wanted his team to be among the fittest in USL Championship. We are 82 minutes in. Lou City have made 5 changes. Detroit City has made 1, and it was due to injury. And Detroit City looks like the team with more energy right now.
Niall McCabe will step up. McCabe sends it to Perez. Reese Williams tracks back, and Stephen Carroll pokes his head out and plays it away. Ben Morris.
That's a foul. He's got his arm around him.
And that will be a booking, I believe. And Sharpie didn't really have much of a choice there. He was the last line of defense.
Well, I mean, you know, listen, there are 50-50 balls and there's incidental contact. And then there's a guy with 2 arms around a guy, giving him a hug from behind. And once he was able to turn and work to get free, that's an automatic yellow.
83rd minute. That's why Sharpie goes in the books. And remember, John, don't forget the FC Tulsa match earlier this season. They scored 2 goals in a matter of 8 minutes coming down the stretch of that match. I'm sure that's not lost on anybody wearing a Rouge kit or polo here tonight.
You know what, though? Detroit City is handling this match better. They continue to take it to Lou City. They continue to let their wingbacks come forward and not sit back in a back 4 that's passive. This has been good, solid, attacking football. It's the way Detroit City's fans have come to expect their team to play.
Skage Simonson will come into the match, replacing Ben Morris. And as always, substitutions brought to you by CVY. CVY, wear it, feel it, play it. Luxury performance wear.
He's got the game-winning goal as it stands.
Oh, John, no question. And Ben Morris may have changed the trajectory of a season here tonight.
No question. And I think the 4-4-1-1 is the formation going forward, because this is a completely different look from Detroit City FC. Ben Morris has proven he can handle it. Dario's great from... I think Morris got a booking for
got a little parting gift from the officiating crew, a yellow card for not getting off the pitch in a timely manner. I think Ben Morris he'll be fine with that.
He will take that. There's even a little more pep in the drummer's step over there on the other side of things right now. It's a fun night at Keyworth Stadium.
And John, Detroit City FC, 4 losses and a draw in their last 5 matches. This is a team that desperately needs this match here tonight.
Got to see it out. Got about, I would say, 12 minutes left. I would bet we're going to see 6 to 7 minutes of stoppage.
Skage Simonson couldn't bring it down. Perez making a run on the right side, and the ball finds him. But once again, he's denied, and Reese Williams will make another run. Skage Simonson with some space. Levi's making a run on the left side.
Okay, Skage, don't get too cute. You have 2 runners. When we say dribble out the clock, it's not literal.
Levi settles it down. Skage Simonson couldn't control it. Meredith. Perez. Meredith again, 86th minute. Over top of everybody. Richard Ballard. The ball pops free to Elijah Winder. Into the 18, and Matt Lewis will clear it out. Skage Simonson finds Dario Suarez. Dario fouled. Dario just wants to go all the time. He doesn't care about the score, what the story is. He wants to go. And you know what, John? That's been needed. Let's be real about it. That's been needed. He plays with urgency. He urgently wants to score every time. Now in some space, into the 18, crossed back. Lancaster tries to make a turn and lost it, wanted the penalty, will not get it.
And you know what, Neil, that might be a place where Lancaster staying on his feet, which is the thing you should do, cost him a penalty. With the challenge from behind and the leg in there, if he goes down, I could see it given.
Powell's with it. Maris makes a cross all the way through. And Nate Steinwasser's hot right now. There were a ton of white kits inside the 6.
And nobody marking him.
And Lou City FC right now buzzing. Lancaster, there you see.
See, that challenge in there, leaving the leg. If he goes down, City a little lucky there.
And they were even more lucky here, I believe.
That can't, oh, that's a tap in. Oh, dear God. Oh, that's a miss.
This portion of the broadcast brought to you by Misdig 811. Know what's below and visit misdig811.org before any digging project. Skage Simonson gives chase. Instead, it will be a goal kick.
Well, there's that old adage, Neil, you'd rather be lucky than good. City has been good for 80 minutes. They were lucky there. They will take both of them.
Better to be lucky and good, but even better to be lucky and good. And that's what City has been, as you said. Toe poke pass up ahead. Powell's tried to turn with it. And there is Levi's again.
He's been excellent tonight, too.
Richard Ballard's been really good.
Reese
Dario
Williams.
Suarez.
I don't think there's been a player out there in Rouge and Gold that hasn't had a good night.
Which is what it takes to beat a side like Lou City FC. We spent a good chunk of the first half talking about the talent they've had and the results they've gotten. Maxi Rodriguez goes down.
That'll take some more time off the clock. They're preparing the board to give us the total number of minutes of stoppage time. I think it'll be 6 or 7. Anything less, City will be thrilled.
Lou City FC in the middle of a gauntlet as well. This is their 4th match in 15 days. They will complete this circle on Saturday at home. They'll host Birmingham Legion FC. Detroit City FC, of course, will be back in action here at Keyworth Saturday at 7:30. The fourth of their 4 matches in an 11-day time frame. And you can be here, over 6,000 in the building here tonight on a weeknight. You can be here. DeadCityFC.com. Get your tickets and be a part of it.
And if you don't want to pay fees on the tickets, go down to the Capitol Avenue store in downtown Detroit. You can get fee-free tickets all the time.
That foul went against Michael Bryant. So a free kick coming up for Lou City. And there you see the little extra sauce on the shove of Amadou Dia. And we are into stoppage time. 6 minutes of stoppage time, brought to you by Brew Detroit, the official craft beer of Detroit City FC. Maxi Rodriguez tracks back to play that one away. Manny Perez. Reese Williams flicks that one away temporarily. Serrano has it in space, and Serrano ripped it just wide of the corner.
That's a very tough shooting angle. That had to be really good or have somebody on the end of it. It had neither. What it did do, however, is burn the first minute of stoppage time. 5 to go.
Another corner for Lou City. Driven in, flicked over top, and out wide of the goal. Nate Steinwasser will take his time. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for Detroit City FC. Of course, as we said, they'll be in action on Saturday. And then, John, they go out west to take on Oakland Root. But there you see the run of home matches. That's what makes tonight so big. If they hold on to this, it's all out there in front of them. You got 4 of your next 5 at home. And, John, you could jump right back into this thing.
And including tonight, if they can get 12 points from the 18 on offer beginning tonight and through the next 5, they're going to make a really strong case for a playoff spot. You get 15 or 18, life's sweetness.
John, this LaRue side that we've seen out here tonight, 2 goals on the board, really technically scored 3. Steinwasser comes off the line to make the grab.
That's a confident come and catch. And Nate's doing what you should. Lays there for a minute, gets up, bounces the ball, directs his teammates.
Nate Steinwasser eyeing his 6th clean sheet of the season. Lejo has Williams up with him, and Levi's who has it. Lejo into the corner. Ball pinged out towards the middle. Only Michael Bryant is there. Bryant will hesitate and then make a move. Skage Simonson, cheeky little back heel. Bryant gets on the end of it.
Smart by Bryant just not to send it in. Take it to the corner, burn off some time.
We're about halfway through stoppage time here at Keyworth. And what would be a huge victory for Detroit City FC. John, for a lot of reasons, the 3 points, obviously, it would be their first against Lou City FC as well, which would make that very, very big.
You know what? All of those are secondary to this. They're finally looking like a team.
Right.
The style is there. Cohesiveness is there.
But
they're looking like an attacking team.
But it's not over yet. Matt Lewis, great anticipation. And Maxi Rodriguez will ping it out. Dario Suarez gives that, I've played 95, I'm in my 95th minute out here. 4 matches in 11 days, jog after it. You know what, You get the pass, Dario. Powell's has that cut out by Maxi Rodriguez.
You know what? And no nonsense here at the back as Lou City tried to make a last-ditch effort.
McCabe will drive the corner in. That's headed away by Reese Williams, but settled down by Dia. Ball sent back in one more time, headed away again. Stephen Carroll plays that one off the line, but McCabe was able to save it, and that ball will go out of play. And I would imagine that will just about be the finishing touches on the victory for Detroit City FC. We're into the 96th minute, 6 minutes of stoppage time.
And Nate Steinwash is going to get a booking for time wasting. He will not care.
Steinwasher drives it down the pitch. Reese Williams collects it. Levi's tried to clear it out, and the foul was called.
We're going to see another yellow card. I believe it's through a Lou City player.
I'll tell you what, if we were playing euchre right now, they would have to reshuffle the deck. All the cards have been played. There've been a ton of yellows here tonight.
Powell's picking that one up. This is a momentous night for Detroit City.
And that is the final whistle. And Detroit City FC with a dominant 2-0 win over Louisville City FC here at Keyworth.
For the first time in their history, they best Lou City. They play a complete 90-minute performance. They were dominant for about 70 minutes of it, and it's a well-deserved win.
There is Reese Williams, and tonight's final score presented by DTE Energy. And let's take a look at our man of the match, number 26, Richard Ballard, here tonight. And there he is. And John, we highlighted him in the open. He was somebody that would be critical here tonight. He certainly was, and Ballard did the job.
Kept the ball moving. You know, a lot of credit is going to be given to the glitz and glamour folks, the folks who scored. He held up the ball, distributed the ball, made plays on both ends of the pitch, really helped drive the offense. Just a gritty, workmanlike effort.
Our man of the match presented by American Home Fitness. So Richard Ballard, who used to play for Lou City, the most accurate passer in the USL, did it here tonight. And here is tonight's Tullamore-Dew shot of the match, presented by Tullamore-Dew Irish Whiskey. And there it was, Reese Williams making the play. It went in the books as an own goal, but make no mistake, Reese Williams created that.
And you know what? It doesn't happen without him getting out wide in space, turning his defender around and having the space to run in, and then catching his defender who's trying to make up for the mistake and doinks it into the back of the net. But that's all because of Reese Williams being able to turn on the afterburner and get the job done.
So we will take our final break, come back and wrap this thing up. Over 6,000 happy LaRouche fans here tonight at Keyworth. 2-0, Detroit City gets the win. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Brought to you by DTE Energy.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
There's a beer in the D for me and you. From Royal Oak to Jefferson Avenue, grab a friend and a jersey too and chant. Chant like you give a damn. I'll sing for you, city. Drink some Strohs, all right. It's gonna be a party in Detroit. No one's sleeping tonight. Now we're talking Detroit, and Strohs is spoken here.
Neil Rule, John Krieger back with you. Over 6,000 happy fans here at historic Keyworth Stadium. DCFC gets the win 2-0 over Lou City FC. Let's see how it all shook out here tonight. Our full-time highlights brought to you by Salim Dental. And John, this was a fun match to be around here tonight. End-to-end action on both sides. Both sides came out swinging.
And it started very early. Detroit City needed to get going. And in the first minute, they thought they had the redirection out. Levi's off the bottom of the crossbar, clearly over the line. Wasn't called, should have been a goal. How would City respond to that? Well, they gave up a shot at the other end. It was saved with our save of the match, and then back on offense. Here comes Ben Morris. He beats his defender, uses him as a bit of a screen, and places it well at the far post. City take a 1-0 lead into the break after halftime. In the 53rd minute, we thought we were level. At the same end, though, it's a referee's decision that goes the other way and helps Detroit City. And a judged offside chucks the goal off, and we stay City 1-0 to the good. Lou City wasn't done, but they did have this defensive mistake. It led to our shot of the match. A brilliant 1-2 as Williams had gotten into acres of space. He turns his defender there, the defender trying to make up for the mistake. He comes back into position for Reese Williams to be able to redirect it off of him. It goes down as an own goal, but Reese is going to claim that. And then in the 68th minute as well, Detroit City continuing to buzz, and off the side of the post, Reese Williams in there in the action again. In the 70th minute, you see the ball left outside, redirected back in, and there's our man of the match, Ballard, setting up Dario Suarez. He puts it off the post. It legitimately could have been 5-0 tonight for Detroit City FC. They'll take the 2-0 win.
Total domination in the second half by DCFC as we take a look at our full-time stats. Brought to you by Salim Dental. And there was a heavy edge in shots for Lou City in the first half, and City closed that gap here tonight. And again, John, final thoughts here. They were simply dominant in the second half of play. That was, we said the first half was the best 45 we had seen from Detroit City until we saw the second half.
And overall, it was the best 90 of the season. Best 90 minutes, complete, start to finish. Well-deserved 3 points. This is another opportunity for this club to remake itself and make a push to the playoffs. That push continues Saturday night right here with you and I against Monterey Bay.
Yeah, and youth night here tonight. A lot of the kids out in town for the match here tonight. What an electric atmosphere. That'll do it for our broadcast, for our entire crew. My broadcast partner, John Krieger, our producer, Tim McDermott. My name is Neil Rule, reminding you one final time. Our final score brought to you by DTE Energy. Detroit City FC 2, Lou City FC 0. We'll talk to you on Saturday from here at Keyworth. Well, see you later.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.